Hello everyone, thanks for joining me as I discuss some anti-bullying strategies that you as parents can use with your child. I would first like to go over some facts about bullying. For example, students who are bullied on a regular basis, either they respond to the bully, they avoid going to school, or they end up fighting the bully. As you can see, 1/4 of teens have claimed to be targets of what is known as cyberbullying, a term used to describe bullying over the internet. However, only 10% of parents are actually aware that their teens are targets of cyberbullying. A staggering and sad statistic shown throughout the United States is that a whopping 160,000 children stay home a day just out of fear of being bullied. This next graph just explains mostly where bullying takes place in the school and outside of it. Bullying happens mostly in the stairways, hallways, classrooms, and on the outside of school grounds. This is a graph showing bullying factors with the highest percentage occurring around the 6th grade. The next graph shows that mostly white and African American students are the ones that are actually being bullied. In the last graph there, it shows that bullying also shows that the lower income students are unfortunately the ones who are being targeted. Please click on the following video showing one boy's story about being bullied in school. Bullying has become an epidemic of epic proportions. In the past 7 years, 550,000 children have taken their lives due to being bullied. To break that down, that is approximately 8,000 students per year, or 22 per day. Almost one child per hour in the last 7 years has ended their precious life due to bullying. Okay, here's the real question. What can we as parents do? The first thing is to recognize warning signs of bullied children. First, you must recognize such warning signs as unexplainable injuries, lost or destroyed clothing, books, electronics, or jewelry. Now, if your child is experiencing frequent headaches, stomach aches, changes in eating habits, like suddenly skipping meals or binge eating, kids may come home from school hungry because they didn't eat lunch. Another possibility is the difficulty sleeping or having frequent nightmares, declining of grades, loss of interest in schoolwork, or not wanting to go to school. If they perhaps have a sudden loss of friends or avoidance of social situations, feelings of helplessness or decreased self-esteem. Self-destructive behaviors such as running away from home, harming themselves, or talking about suicide. If you know that your son or daughter is in serious distress or danger, do not ignore the problem and please get help right away. And we will get into some strategies about that in just one moment. I understand the difficulty it is to think that maybe your child is the one that is bullying. However, parents should recognize when your child is the one doing the bullying. Such examples are if your child is getting into physical fights or verbal fights, has friends who bully others, are increasingly aggressive, perhaps get sent to the principal's office or get detention often, have unexplained money or belongings, do not accept responsibility for their actions or at home, and or display signs of being too competitive and they're worried about their social status. Unfortunately, not many kids will tell their parents when something is wrong. Statistics shown from the 2002 Indicators of School Crime and Safety show that an adult was notified in less than half, approximately 40% of bullying incidents. Kids don't tell adults for many reasons, such as bullying can make a child feel helpless. Kids may want to handle it on their own to feel in control again. They may fear being seen as weak or a tattletale. They may fear backlash from the kid who bullied them. Bullying them, unfortunately, can be a humiliating experience, and kids do not want to tell adults to know what is being said about them, whether true or false. They may also fear that adults will judge them or punish them for being weak. Kids who are bullied are already feeling socially isolated. They may feel like no one cares or could understand what they're going through. Finally, kids also fear being rejected by their peers. Friends can protect kids from bullying, and kids can fear losing the support. Alright, let's talk about how to avoid cyberbullying. The most crucial thing that you as parents can do with your children is to talk to them about internet use. Tell them or remind them to never post personal information. Do not be gullible when it comes to the internet. Do not respond to any messages with anger. Never open messages from strangers. Do not forward chain messages, hoaxes, or long emails. Beware of certain topics and absolutely do not post anything private. Now, this parental involvement can significantly reduce cyberbullying and victimization. Parents can be taught how to openly discuss cyberbullying with their children, when to meet with school administrators, and when and how to work with a bully's parents. Request that a website or service provider remove offending material, or please contact the police if a cyberbullying incident happens. If someone is being cyberbullied, he or she should keep all evidence of cyberbullying, keep a log with the dates and times of the instances, and then report them. Now, how can we help our children deal with bullying? The first step is by helping them understand what bullying is and how to stand up to it safely. Please tell your children that bullying is unacceptable and make sure that your kids know how to get help. Encourage your children to speak to a trusted adult if they are being bullied or see others being bullied. That adult can give comfort, support, and advice even if they can't solve the problem directly. Encourage your child to report bullying if and when it happens. Talk to your children. Talk to them about how to stand up to students who bully. Give tips like using humor and saying stop directly and with confidence. Talk about walking away if those actions don't work. Speak with them about strategies for staying safe, such as staying near adults or groups of other children. Urge them to help kids who were bullied by showing kindness or getting help. Please keep the lines of communication open. Check in with your kids often. Listen to them. Know their friends. Ask them about school and understand their concerns. All you need is really 15 minutes a day to know what your child has been going through. Encourage your kids to do what they love. Special activities, interests, and hobbies can boost kids' confidence. They help them make friends and protect them from bullying behavior. Lastly, it's always important to model how to treat others with kindness and respect. There are just absolutely so many ways to keep up to date with your children's lives. Please read class newsletters and school flyers. Talk about them at home. You can check the school website. You can go to certain school events. Greet your child's bus driver. Now, how can we help our children deal with bullying? The first step is by helping them understand what bullying is and how to stand up to it safely. Tell your children that bullying is absolutely unacceptable and make sure that your kids know how to get help. Encourage your children to speak to a trusted adult if they are bullied or see others being bullied. That adult can give comfort, support, and advice, even if they can't solve the problem directly. Next step is to talk to your kids about how to stand up to students who bully. Give tips like using humor and saying stop directly and with confidence. Talk about walking away if those actions don't work. Talk about strategies for staying safe, such as staying near adults or groups of other kids. Please urge them to help kids who are bullied by showing kindness or getting help. 15 minutes a day is all you need to really keep the lines of communication open. Check in with your kids often. Listen to them. Know their friends. Ask them about school and understand their concerns. Encourage your kids to do what they love. Special activities, interests, and hobbies can boost confidence, help kids make friends, and protect them from bullying behavior. Lastly, it's always important to model how to treat others with kindness and respect. There are a certain number of ways to keep up to date with your kids' lives in school. For example, you could read class newsletters and school flyers and talk about them at home. You could check the school website, go to school events, greet your child's bus driver, and greet your child's teachers and counselors. When you meet teachers and counselors at the back-to-school night, reach out to them by email or phone. Many teachers don't mind if you text them today, so share your phone number with other kids' parents. In conclusion, bullying has become a real problem in today's schools. The most important thing you can do as a parent is communicate, observe, and respond. I hope that these strategies were helpful. Thank you for listening.